Hi everyone. So this tutorial is about regression analysis. So to understand regression, first we should look at the dictionary meaning of the word regression. So the dictionary meaning of this word is going back. So this term has originated from a paper which was written by Francis Galton, a man who looked like this, right? So in 1877 he wrote a paper called Regression Towards Mediocrity in Hereditary Stature. So what essentially he did was that he conducted a study on which studied the height of the parents and the children. So what he found out was that tall fathers tend to have tall sons and short fathers tend to have short sons. But the average height of these short sons is greater than the average height of these short fathers, right? And similarly, the average height of these tall sons is less than the average height of these tall fathers. So Galton concluded that this is a regression or a returning to mean, to a mean value, right? So he termed it as regression towards mediocrity, or as we can call it, regression towards a mean value. So that essentially means that the difference between the average height of these short sons and the tall sons is also converging over time. So that is how this word originated. But in today's term, we call it estimation line. You will find many statisticians calling it estimation line or the prediction line, which is true to its nature. That is what regression does. We estimate the values, right? But in order to honor Francis Galton, some people still call it regression as of today. So what essentially is regression? To understand that, let's say it will have dependent and independent variables. So dependent variable, this equation of regression is written something like this, right? So this portion which I'm trying to find out, of whose value I don't know yet, this is called dependent variable, whereas x, whose value I already know, this is called my independent variable. Now to give you an example, let's say I'm studying production of rice. Now the production of rice will be dependent on many factors such as rainfall, the quality of soil, the seed quality, whether we are using HYV seeds or not, and the temperature prevalent in that particular geographical area, right? So these values are can be taken from historical data, right? So all these are independent values and we already know the values of these variables, right? So from these variables I can estimate my annual production of rice for 2021. So that means this is my dependent variable which is dependent on all these independent variables. So that is what regression does. So when I know the value of all these variables, I can estimate my value for this variable, right? Now this is based on the assumption of least squares estimation. So what is least squares estimation? This means that let's say this is my regression line. Just a second. Yeah. So let me erase it. Or let's go with this one only. So let's say this is my regression line, right? And my actual values, because this is predicted value, the regression line. Let's say the actual values are somewhere here, right? This is my production of rice. Because the actual is always going to differ from what is my prediction. They cannot be perfect all the time, right? So how will we define our line of best fit? This regression line is also known as line of best fit. How will I know that this is my line of best fit and not this one or this one, right? So there is a rule called least square estimation, which says that the deviation of these actual values from the line of best fit, these are my deviations, right? I can use a subtract function and find out what is the deviation, right? So these deviations, if I take a sum of squares of these deviations, that should be the minimum. If it is minimum from this line, then this one is line of best fit. If it is minimum from this line, then this will be called as line of best fit. So whichever line gives us the minimum sum of square deviations, that is called my regression line or line of best fit. Now another thing you need to understand is that there can be linear regression and non-linear regression. So to simplify it, I can explain it through graphs. So this is how my linear regression will look, right? And there are many real life situations where this will not be the case, where you don't see a straight line, right? So you might have curvy linear relationships, right? You can have a relationship like this, let's say between your GDP and price, right? Or you can have a relationship like this, right? For this for this you will use logit regression, right? So there are many different methods for computing non-linear regression, and for linear uh, we will learn how to do linear regression in the next video in Excel, right? So that is it about the basics of regression. You can move to part B for further analysis.